Hello, welcome to Success and Motivational Stories. I am Femi Akojeno. I am using real life stories to inspire, to instruct, and to insulate you in your success journey. Well, I want to tell you a story today, and this actually happened to me many years ago. I got my first job in corporate America inside the sea train. Now, you might have seen behind me the sea train. Yeah, I got my first corporate job inside the sea train. So let me tell you about it. So, I was in college at that time and I picked up a book. Actually, before I picked up the book, I was in the engineering class, and so I got to use the computer in the science lab, in the engineering lab rather, and got to find out about how you can have your own web page. So, I created my first web page. I was excited. I said, wow, this is cool. And then I was in the school library, in the school bookstore, and I saw a book on how to learn HTML in 21 days. So it says you can learn HTML in 21 days. Now, in case you don't know what HTML is, that is the language that is used in creating web pages. So I said, oh, wow, that's cool. I would like to learn more since I already created one page. So I got this book, I started reading it. While I was reading this book, I was inside the sea train and I was reading the book. By now, of course, I knew how to create a page, right? I knew how to, use a few tags here and there. Nothing exciting, just basic stuff. And now I'm reading this book. And this guy saw me reading the book. And he said, what book are you reading? I guess he kind of saw it, but just wanted to confirm. And I said, I'm reading on how to build web pages. And he said, you know how to do that? I said, yes. So he said, here's my card. We're looking for people. Do you know that's how I got my first corporate job? But let me tell you more. So he gave me his card. Then we set up a time to talk. So I called him and he asked me to come in. And I was living in Brooklyn at that time, in New York City. Then I went to Manhattan, to meet with this guy, and had me show him a few things, what I know and stuff like that. He said, okay, you got the basics down pack. So he said, here's what I'm gonna do for you. I'm gonna bring you on. I'm gonna bring you on staff, but I will start you on as an intern. So I was excited. I was a college student. I think I was doing security job, making like, who knows, $5 something, you know. So this guy said, okay, we're going to pay you $10. I was like, what? $10? That's a lot of money. Can you imagine? I was so excited. I felt like I was on top of the world. And so apart from the fact that, of course, the money was almost double what I was making as a security guard, but also it was exciting that it was a corporate setting. I was working in an office. So this is not some, side jobs or whatever. This is like working in an office. So I was really excited about this. But then he said something to me. He said, okay, you are hired. You're going to, come in as an intern. We're going to pay you $10 an hour. And next week you get to start. I was really excited about that. So guess what? The following week, I called him up to say, okay, what day are we starting? And he said, oh, your computer is not ready yet, or your cubicle, with your computer and everything, it's not ready yet. So, okay, I need to call back the following week. So I called back the following week. Oh, my mother died and I have to travel to Texas for 2 weeks. So he was gone for 2 weeks. And then after 2 weeks, I called him back. Oh, this and that. Oh, Well, I have to move to another week again. So he kept on moving like that for 2 months. 2 months. What I did not do, and this is the lesson from this story today. You remember that this is success and motivational stories. I'm here to inspire you. I'm here to instruct you, and I'm here to insulate you, right, in your success journey. I'm inspiring you that no matter what seems to be the setback, don't let it stop you. Don't let it stop you. Now, I know some people, if you told them next week, and then you told them your mother died, by the time you told them the third story, they're like, you know what? Forget you. I don't even want your job anymore. Are you one of those people? One of those people that literally tell people, keep your job. Now, that makes no sense. It makes absolutely no sense. I cannot understand for the life of me why anybody will give up on a good opportunity, unless of course it's something bad, right? If it's maybe you realize, okay, these are some scam artists or whatever. If that's not the case, I don't care. If you have to wait for 3 months, I don't care. If you have to keep on calling and reminding them for the next 6 months, this is what you want, and they say they'll give it to you. They didn't tell you they're not going to give it to you. It's just that things are happening. Stick with it. That's my instruction to you. Do you have something right now? Maybe it's kind of being delayed right now, and you're tempted to say, forget it. No, don't do that. Don't do that. Never do that. Stick with it. Stick with it. It's still coming. Stick with it. I know in life, sometimes those who give up along the way, they don't get to reap the reward and the benefits that they're supposed to get. You know, it reminds me of a scripture that says, do not be weary in well-doing, for in due season you will reap if you faint not. Many of us faint along the way, but don't faint in your success journey. I want to encourage you that even though there's some delays along the way, keep on keeping on. That's my story. I kept on. I called back again. I didn't get mad at the man. He didn't tell me he don't want me. It's just that some things were happening. I kept a positive attitude. You know, sometimes life will test you, test your patience, test to see how bad do you want this. Now, not bad to the point of doing illegal stuff, not bad to the point of doing, bad stuff, but sometimes, do you want it enough that you're going to be patient? Do you want it enough that you're going to say, you know what, I'm going to keep praying about this, I'm going to keep believing about this, and that everything eventually will work out? Guess what? 2 months later, I walked into that office again. This time around, I got to meet every single person. The first time I went there, I went to see this particular guy. He was the vice president, by the way, of the company. The guy that gave me his card on the C train, or in the C train, right? But this time around, I met 15 white guys. By the way, I was the first black person inside that company. Believe it or not. That was exciting to me in itself. Now, I know some people have their own, ways they feel about being not being the predominant race or something, but that don't bother me. That's even more exciting for me. So I was like, wow, look at this. So after me, eventually, after a few months, they brought in another black person. But I was the first person, there as a black man, to work in that office. But it was just so exciting for me. Like, whoa, look at this. Look at this. I waited 2 months and I got the job. What is it that you're waiting for right now? Do you believe in it? Do you believe that this is what God wants for you? Is this what you've been praying about? And it seems like he's being delayed right now. Like people say, delay is not necessarily denial. So I want to encourage somebody who's been waiting on the contract. You've been waiting on something and it seems like it's not happening yet. Keep on keeping on. Keep on praying on it. Keep on being patient. And please don't get mad. Don't get angry and tell them, keep your job. Oh my God. I can never understand why anybody would do anything like that, for goodness sake. This is your opportunity. This is what you're being praying for. Why will you tell them to keep it? For what? Just because you cannot wait? And you know, if you're a child of God, you're a Christian, guess what? You can also pray. It could also be an attack against this thing, slowing it down, delaying it. So pray against that so that you can move forward. But I wanted to encourage somebody. I don't know what you're working on. I don't know what project you're working on. I don't know what you've been praying about. I don't know what somebody has promised you. And it seems like there's some delay right now. I want you to know that delay is not denial. And I want you to know that you keep on keeping on. Eventually, it will happen. It may require some prayers, but eventually, it will happen. It will require you keep on believing, keep hope alive. Eventually, it will happen. I hope I have inspired you today. And I wanted to give you that instruction so that you keep hope alive and you keep believing. And if you keep believing, pray along, it will all work out. You will have it. What is that thing you want right now? It's going to come through for you. This is Success and Motivational Stories. Now, I want you to look forward to more of these stories. I'll be telling you real life stories to inspire you, to instruct you, and to insulate you in your success journey. By the way, check out my website, femiakojeno.com. femiakojeno.com. You can get access to some nuggets that will help inspire you. I have a one-on-one coaching I do. If you need some coaching in the area of your business or even your personal life, you can reach out to me and I'll be glad to coach you along the way. I also have a monthly mentoring platform, and you can sign up for my monthly mentoring platform called High Flyer Mentoring. High Flyer Mentoring. You can go to highflyermentoring.com to access that. All right, I want to thank you for watching this. If you've been blessed with this and it has inspired you, please share it with somebody. If you're watching it on YouTube, share this right now and make sure you subscribe to the YouTube page, as well as you press on the notification button and share it with somebody else. And if you're watching this on my Facebook page, please go ahead and like the Facebook page, and also like this video and make a comment. Let me know how this has blessed you, how this has encouraged you, how this video has inspired you, and also make sure to let somebody else be blessed by sharing it on your page. Thank you for watching this episode of Success and Motivational Stories.